Warning, there will be major One Piece spoilers in this video, so if you're anime only, I recommend you guys check this video out at a later time. Yo, what is up guys? Boris here with the Discord homies, and today we're going to bring you guys a new series in which we talk about One Piece with my Discord friends. So I would have each one of them introduce them, but their names are on the left and it would take them a while, and there's sort of time constraints, so we're just going to go straight into it, and we're going to be talking about the Tea Party, Big Man's Tea Party. It's a very interesting topic right now. We have people in the voice chat. You guys can see them on the left, and as well in the manga text chat. People will be typing in there as well in case they can't really talk or they don't have a mic. If you guys want to participate in one of these in the future, make sure to join the Discord and just hang out with us and talk about One Piece. So, without further ado, let's get straight into the topic. The Tea Party. Who do you guys think is going to show up? We know a lot of characters are going to show up. Which ones do you guys think will show up? And I guess let's start with AHD25.
Who's gonna show up? Well, I mean, obviously the Vinsmokes, of course. But no, on a serious note, I feel like, simply because we haven't seen him in the New World, and I feel like this would be a great place for him to show up. And pretty much everybody's been saying this, but I really would like to see him there. I would like to see Croc at the Tea Party. Just simply, I mean, he's one of my favorite characters. And I would just like this to be the spot where he comes back, and I feel he would need to be under. Him having Big Mom as like his connect would be really, really nice.
Yeah. And guys in chat, feel free to just talk like we normally do. Don't feel like you have to one at a time or whatever. This is just normal. So I just mentioned Crocodile. He's not too bad of a candidate. There's a lot of interesting guys. Like a lot of villains could show up. What do you guys think about the whole Gin theory that Gin's gonna be there?
I mean, Gin's connected to Sanji, and Oda did say that they would meet again in the Grand Line, I guess. But we haven't seen him in a while. It would be cool.
That'd be cool if Gin saves Luffy from doing something stupid and ends up saving Sanji at the end. Because there's no way Luffy's gonna sneak around.
Yeah, that's probably.
I think
Luffy just jumps out. Hey, give me back my crewmate.
Yeah, I think that
he'll do like the whole ninja thing until someone sees him, and then he'll just go crazy.
Even though Kuro has more to do with Usopp than Sanji, I feel like Kuro might have something to do with the Vinsmoke in his Shakshi being like an assassin type ability.
I think he's on that retirement plan right now. Yeah, he's chilling in Florida.
The thing about Kuro is we don't actually know if he's alive or dead. We haven't seen. We saw him in one part, but it wasn't canon. So we're not entirely sure if he's alive or dead, or if he's in Impel Down, or we don't know yet. So
wait, just
I think there was an SBS where he was.
Gin is the ninja guy, right?
Gin, he's that guy from Don Creek's crew.
Remember back in the Bear?
Yeah.
With the iron ball tonfas, that guy.
I can't remember, but I think we did see an SBS or a cover story where Kuro was alive and like reading a newspaper.
Yeah, I remember that was in the anime, but I think that I'm not sure if that's canon or not. But he might have talked about it in SBS. To me, I've always wanted Kuro to come back, and same with Axe Morgan. Axe Morgan we actually have seen in the cover story, and
yeah, he passes.
He has to come back at some point. We just don't know when.
Oh yeah, didn't he break from prison? Yeah.
He never went to prison. He passes Django, I'm pretty sure, in the cover story.
I think he's the only person we've seen in the series that has damaged Garp, so he has pretty good feats.
Unrelated to like a past villain, but I think that they'll have a presence at the Tea Party if it's like a secret one or whatever. But I think there might be something with the Celestial Dragons, just because sort of like how they were in the underworld with with the human auction house. I have a feeling that if this is a summit for pirates, which I kind of think the Tea Party is, there might be some backdoor dealing, and that would also explain the Vinsmoke's connection with the government, if they have any connection with the government, and like the whole thing with them changing Sanji's wanted poster, if the Vinsmokes have a connection with the Celestial Dragons.
So is the Tea Party only like for pirates? Because can admirals be in, like Aokiji and stuff?
Probably be. I mean, I doubt we'll see the admirals, but I do feel like we may see some, because I do feel like Big Mom has some ties to the government. What may
Yeah,
So it
like
do
I
feel
want to
like we
see
will
some
some
government
people.
power in there or something.
Yeah. On what Sasuke said is a good segue into my theory that the Reverie and Mama's Tea Party could be one and the same.
Yeah, it's possible.
Possibly.
Yeah, it's definitely possible. Right now, with with the last chapter, everyone's speculating. I don't think I've ever seen so many people bring two ideas together like this. So
Wait. Oh, good.
yeah.
My
A lot
bad.
of people do think that VV is gonna eventually go to both. They could be the same one. Personally, I don't think so. Just because I don't see heads of of islands, or kings or queens going to Yonko's island. I just don't see that. I don't see why they would have to.
Yeah,
It's
I
really
There's already
dangerous. Like
friends
you're
with
just a
like three
normal, like they're
kings,
just
right?
normal people. But I don't know. A lot of people do think that it's possible that Vivi will at least go there. But I don't know. What, what do you guys think?
Well, I definitely think this is like why I say it's a summit for pirates is because it's the first part of this new arc, the Battle for Emperors arc, and I think there would be a lot of big name pirates there or people in the New World that are there because Luffy's gonna go there. He's gonna it's gonna start off all secret, then something's gonna happen. Luffy's gonna do something, and it's gonna be this huge thing that lots of people see, and it sets off the new arc of the new saga like that Luffy makes a big name, makes sort of like how Ian's Lobby led into the Paramount War, that Luffy's name now became infamous because he's the guy who took down Ian's Lobby. And
Yeah,
so
I think what I'm looking forward to the most is what you're saying is that if we see a lot of big name pirates, that's going to be, in my opinion, the coolest thing. We're going to be introduced to a lot of these big players in the new world. We've been
Yeah.
to Punk Hazard, we've been to Dressrosa. We haven't really seen too much of what the new world has to offer yet, and of the
Yeah.
big players. So it'd be really cool.
Yeah, but on that note, how big a deal would it be if Luffy crashed the Reverie?
it just doesn't make any because we've seen the Reverie before. We saw the Reverie in a flashback, so it wouldn't, and like it was all kings there.
Yeah, just them sitting
So
around a table. It wouldn't
this
Yeah, but
really.
did we?
Luffy doesn't have any sort of role to play if he does crash it.
so
That's
this
the thing.
probably could just be me being a numbskull and everything. But wait, how are the bounties decided? I forgot.
It's
I
like
mean,
how
I don't
much
even
of a
say. Did
threat
they
the
ever mention?
government feels they are.
I'm pretty sure
No,
the
no. Like,
Marines
how are they
dictate.
decided? Because
I
like
think
that's
the way I put it is that it's a balance between power level and importance.
no. Maybe I meant
Oh,
how
who
they wrote
puts
it
the
down. Like,
bounties? Who picks the bounties?
yeah,
I believe it's the
Okay.
yeah,
Marine,
that.
but I
I
think the
thought it was
Because
one
I
government.
of the.
mean, I feel like
Well,
because
with the
I
whole
mean that's
Sanji
still
thing, it's
confusing to
obviously
me that
the
yeah.
Marines do it, but then like the world government has the final
Yeah,
say,
if the world
obviously.
government wants something done, like they have their like the Celestial Dragons have like their hand on like they tell they can tell the Gore say like no you have to do this.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was the job of one of the lesser cipher pull agencies to like gather that intelligence and like distribute bounties.
Oh yeah, I mean definitely.
Put
There's like
that out.
the nine cipher pulls, right? Plus 0, and we haven't even seen any of the other ones.
Yeah,
Then
So
what was like CP0 doing in Just I forget.
They had
They're
to disclaim. They had to
Cover up
erase.
the story.
Dofi. Yeah, cover up Dofi leaving
and,
the
Yeah.
Shichibukai.
and they were trying to
And
take the
what
weapons after Dofi fell, but the
Yeah,
revolutionaries got
I
the
knew.
orders.
yeah, I wanted to say that I hope to see Rob Lucci at the Tea Party. Just for the fact, who brought up the thing about the backdoor dealing for pirates? That Jasper?
I think that was.
one of us,
Might have been.
somebody did it. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
somebody.
you remember when we seen Rob Lucci? He working underground now. He's in the underground market now.
Oh no, he's actually part of Cipher Pull 0,
Cyberville 0. Yeah.
and yeah, he potentially is also in the underground. You're right. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So that's why I'm kind of hoping to see him at the Tea Party. Okay, maybe that may be the thing to make shut up the fight between Luffy and him. That
Ah, you're going
What?
Transformer.
Robot.
Full
Transform.
Optimus Prime.
Autobots roll out.
But yeah,
Hey,
I did a crazy theory a long time ago. Don't want to get too much into it, but I potentially Mihawk, Dofi, and Bluno. You guys know they have bands on their arms.
Yeah, I was gonna say Mihawk. He might show up there.
It potentially
We really don't know
it could
anything
mean
about
yeah
it.
we don't know. Yeah, that's why I don't want to talk too much about it. But it'd be really cool to see some of those guys show up.
Yes,
If
bro. I'm
Mihawk
still
shows
chilling
up,
with
he'll-
Mihawk.
Because the
Isn't
crazy
Mihawk
part.
the only original warlord that we don't know anything about yet?
Which one? Yeah, Mihawk. I guess. Yeah,
Kuma,
we
we
barely
still
know
know a
any.
good bit
Oh,
about
that's true.
Kuma
Kuma.
either.
Yeah. I mean, we know more
Well,
about
we know a
Kuma
little
We know
bit
more
of
about
him.
than
He
we
was
do
Kuma
Mihawk.
involved in a
Mihawk,
few
but,
things, but
you
like
know,
Mihawk has done virtually nothing.
Yeah.
Well,
No.
the
And it'll be perfect because Zoro's not going to be at the tea party, so if Mihawk is there, you won't have
Edward
that
Weeble could
weird.
crash. Like if you're talking about Shichibukai, we know nothing about it. Edward Weeble
Yeah,
could
I was just
crash
talking about
looking for Luffy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
he's
think
going
Edward
after
Weeb-
Marco, right?
Yeah, I think that's a separate. I think he's going to be roped in some other way.
He
But
wants
they
to go
did
after
say
He might
Luffy,
run
that-
into the
but
group
his
that's going after
mom,
Marco.
is making him go after Marco.
They did say that they
So
were
the other way
looking for
around.
Luffy because they figured Luffy would know where Marco's at, though. So that is.
Oh, that's
still
true. They could be
possible.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Plus, all those people that want Luffy and Law dead from them taking down Doflamingo and them losing their
Oh
underground
yeah,
sources,
those
like their
guys,
weapons.
too.
So you know what,
Yeah.
Luffy showing up there, he might not be the most popular person in front of a lot of these. If there's a lot of people there, plus I don't know. I somewhat feel like there will also be a lot of like underground, not like necessarily pirates, but like the underground people. They were foreshadowed a lot with like all that stuff. Watching Caesar's weapon, and then Capone just being part of Big Mom's crew, and the fact that he's like part of this, he has like his whole theme is that it's a gang, and then the Vinsmokes aren't really pirates; they're like this weird mythical army thing. So we could be completely wrong. Maybe it might. Well, I could be completely wrong when I said it was like a pirate summit. It might not even be pirates that show up. It
Yeah,
might
that's
just
true.
be a lot of underground, like criminal type. Like more
Yeah, and
like
you got to remember there's over 35 daughters, so
Yeah.
potentially just it's not even like pirates. It's just the whole like each one of them, is obviously married or something. Most of them are probably married off, so probably just the family in air quotes getting together for it. But I don't know. That could mean again. That means that there could be potentially a lot of people there, and
Yeah.
that's going to be exciting.
also-
part.
Speaking of Capone,
That might also set up my theory that the Reverie and the Tea Party might be the same if Big Mom's daughters are married off to the kings of these different countries.
Yeah, because they're happening at the same time, right? So or around
Well,
the
we don't
same
know
time
exactly.
frame, around the
Yeah.
same time frame. So
As far as we know, around the same time
Yeah.
frame.
Wait,
How many daughters does Big Mom have?
35 apparently.
Holy
know if
crap.
Big Mom
It doesn't
But I
mean
guess let me.
necessarily
I need to clear up
biological
something. A
daughters.
lot of people keep saying that Vivi's going to the Reverie. We know from the or that she went to the Tea Party from the cover stories. We've seen that they were preparing for the Reverie in the cover stories, so it's obvious that she's going to the Reverie. The question is, will she accidentally end up at the Tea Party, or was the Tea Party the Reverie? As Fuzzy's saying, that's like the real question. Or maybe after the Reverie's over, she might go to the Tea Party.
I definitely don't think so because I think the reunion with Vivi has to be with the whole crew, or at least
agree.
the
Yeah,
core crew
that's a
that
good
was in
point.
Alabasta,
That's a good
and
point.
the fact that Zoro isn't there, and I also think it would be interesting that I think when Vivi meets up that Oda's kind of position the fact that like she'll be surprised about Robin with like if you remember back in the cover stories like I think Cobra was like hiding. He's like, oh, don't let Vivi see that like Robin joined the crew or whatever. So I feel like they need to have all the Straw Hats there for Vivi to be reintroduced to them. I think that was just Oda throwing something in the end because lots of things are happening.
I
At
think
the
it's
same
him
time
saying,
now.
"Okay, it's time for the Reverie. I've been teasing it enough. It's finally time."
Plus, I think the point
Yeah.
people are somewhat missing is that's also the end of the arc, and at the end of every arc, even if it's a small transitional arc, you usually get shots of what other people in the world are doing.
Yep.
yeah.
Which I'm
At the
excited
same
for
time-
next chapter. Maybe they'll
At
show a
the
little
same
bit more.
time, based on what you said, think of the members that are going to be at Mother's Tea Party. You've got Sanji, Nami, and Chopper. Frankie and Robin don't really care as much about Vivi because they never traveled with them. Zoro was all like at the end of the arc. Zoro was kind of like, she left. You should have taken her with you if you. He was sort of like ho ha about it. But the main members that actually like were really broken up about losing Vivi were Sanji, Chopper, Nami, and Usopp. And the only one of that group that's not going to be there is Usopp.
Yeah, I guess, but I just don't want another damsel in distress. I guess I don't know. I feel like the mission is this. So I mean, something has to throw the mission off in classic One Piece fashion. It could be the bomb.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be the bomb.
Too many damsels in distress.
But yeah, it's about getting Sanji back. I don't want him to be changed into something else like Vivi's in trouble. We need to save Vivi now. I don't know. I think that's gonna be. I think that that the Reverie is something very separate. It's been being built for a long time. I don't necessarily even know if the Reverie will have the Straw Hats. I think that they have to be somehow related to it, but they might not be related to it.
I think
they'll definitely talk about the Straw
in
Hats.
terms of the Reverie. Yeah, I feel like that's like, you're gonna try to figure out, like
you have
how much damage they did to the world,
Dalton,
if there's a situation.
you have Vivi,
like,
you have Riku. Who else? Yeah, like 1 or 2 more.
Wait, hold up. Do we know if Big Mom had any sons, or no?
Have we
We only know she has 35 daughters. Is all we know.
Have we seen all the kings of the Reverie though?
No.
Like, or other rulers from the Reverie?
No, we know like a few just from, we know Dalton, and then obviously Riku, and then the Cobras. We know a few names, and that's why I think I don't know. I just don't. It'd be too much of like too many characters that Luffy would be re-meeting up with when the primary plot of Whole Cake Island is the whole thing, all the Vinsmoke reveals and getting Sanji back. So the Reverie will probably be something separate. Plus the like in series time of One Piece is so confusing. Like Dressrosa took place in like 1 day, and then like it took them 2 weeks to get to like Zou. So you never really know. It could be the Reverie's drawing near. The Tea Party could literally happen. Luffy could get to the Tea Party in like a day, and the Reverie's still off for a few weeks. So you never like the timing is all really weird. So for all we know, Luffy could show up. If he took down Doflamingo in a day, maybe he takes down Kaido in like a week. You never really know because the time's all messed up. But I think they're very separate things. I don't know, but maybe they're somehow linked.
I told was asking, what do you guys think about Vegapunk potentially being a Vinsmoke? What do you guys think about that idea?
I don't know about
I don't think so. I don't think so,
yeah,
but
there's nothing to support that.
What did you say, Boris?
No, just Vegapunk. You might not know. You know who the Vinsmokes are, Sasuke?
I'm not gonna say that he is a Vinsmoke, but he could like have supplied them maybe one or 2 times.
Yeah, he definitely like Vegapunk could be working with anyone. That's the interesting part, and that's why I want to we know that Smoker and Tashigi are on their way to see Vegapunk. The timing is all adding up to where we're gonna get a bunch of reveals all at once. So who knows? They might all be connected. Big Man might have something to do with Vegapunk.
Back to what I was saying about maybe if Big Mom had some sons, what if Vivi was going to go marry one of her sons? That could be a possibility.
Maybe. With the whole Big Man thing, I don't think they're biological daughters. I think it's just like Whitebeard
thing.
Yeah, like a Whitebeard thing.
Like sons and then my daughters.
Yeah. So that's what I think it is. In terms of biological, though, she could definitely have a couple, But I think for the most part, the majority of them are, just like
adopted or
adopted per se. Yeah, exactly.
Like girls from affiliation she has that she picked by herself. Oh, you're gonna be with that king. Should we have allies over there, etc.
Yeah. So if you guys could pick one, just random, just one, if you could guess, just a random character to show up at the tea party, because I have one that a character that has no chance of showing up, but I want to see Nazumi again. You guys remember Nazumi? The free control.
Nazumi.
Yeah. Dude.
Edward Weeble for sure. I think.
I'm still sticking Rob Lucci.
Rob Lucci? Just pick a random character, Sasuke.
Shit.
Oh, I got it. The store, from Buggy's Arc, the dog food store owner and his dog.
Poodle and Choo-Choo. No, I like this question because if they do randomly show up, we get to say.
What's his name?
I know, Buggy. What if Buggy showed up?
But see, Buggy actually has a real chance of showing up, probably.
Yeah, dude. He has power.
I don't know. I feel like Rob Lucci has a higher chance than Buggy though. But I don't know. I will say, if Buggy learns that Luffy is on his way to the Tea Party, he'll definitely show up after what happened. So I don't know.
I think Buggy is probably trying to stay as far away from Luffy. Good things generally don't happen to Buggy when Luffy's involved.
Maybe. Yeah, I mean that's true. But yeah, he's really mad for Luffy's taking the giants away.
So this is somewhat random, but it kind of... Okay, so Oda's confirmed. Some guy asked him in the SBS who gets all these wanted posters, because there was like ones from like the Fishman Island and all these different things, and I think there were some. And then there was this guy who revealed the alliances before, like they didn't announce it to anyone, but they was revealed in the news the next day. And Oda confirmed that it was Absalom or whatever his name is.
Yeah, Absalom.
The guy who worked with his invisible. Is Absalom like hiding on the Sunny, just invisible? Like where is he that he's getting all his info? Because then if like somehow he's able to follow the Straw Hats, he could then reveal.
Yeah, no, you bring up a good question. He can show up at any
random.
moment.
I just thought of it.
Well,
but,
here's the thing. We know Moria's definitely showing up during the Kaido arc at some point.
Yeah, because there's too much there's too much illusion.
There's too much past between the two, between Kaido and Moria.
Yeah,
so,
and the fact that
and Wano as well. All three are connected.
Well, there's like a really, really high chance that Absalom is somewhere on Wano Kuni right now, because the last thing that we heard he like spoiled to the world was the alliance of the Kid Pirates, and we all know in the last manga chapter where the Kid Pirates ended up.
Yeah.
Yeah, how's he? Okay, I guess maybe Oda's just kind of like doesn't really think it. He maybe didn't think it through. He's just having this guy spoil things. I mean, I definitely think that if Moria is ever going to show back up in the series, like until like I feel like a lot of characters will show up at the very end of One Piece, like like Oda has teased his Final War thing. But if Moria's going to show up, it's definitely going to. I don't think it'll be the Tea Party. I think it'll be Kaido, Wano Kuni, because I mean there was like the thing with him beating Moria in the past, and that's why Moria wanted strong subordinates. Ryuma was on Thriller Bark. At the end of Thriller Bark, I believe in this theory. I think that those that shadow we see was somehow Zoe or was another elephant. So I don't know. I think there's a lot of like foreshadowing to Wano in Thriller Bark. So I think that's where Moria will show up. I just find it interesting that somehow Absalom has all this information about the Straw Hats.
No, I agree 100%. I agree 100%.
Yo,
what do you guys think about Moria? Do you guys see him as a joke character now, or can you actually take him seriously if he shows up?
Are we talking about like in a fight?
I think Moria weak in my opinion.
You see him weak because my friend was doing some live reactions to Thriller Bark, and I was like, wow, Moria's actually has some pretty good techniques. He has some pretty strong techniques.
Not when he fought against Jinbei. He got fucking.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You can make like
he's
a
sort of
shadow
become
box
a
and put
joke
you in
character.
there.
Oh, you talking about
Moria.
Gecko? But yeah, question, guys, because I was thinking about this. Do you think we'll see like the poneglyph? I don't know if you guys were talking about this when I was gone, but think we'll see the poneglyph there, or
the Jinbei poneglyph or the road
poneglyph?
Oh, definitely, because Robin says she wants
We'll see
Luffy to make a
both.
copy.
Bro, where is Jinbei at? Like, is he still in Fishman Island?
Well, he's on his way to see Big Man.
Ah.
That's the thing, Sasuke. In the
Well,
anime,
wait.
they don't show the cover stories.
Hold
So
up.
Wait, Boris, did they ever confirm that though?
wait, confirm what?
He had unfinished business, but did they ever confirm that he was on his way to see Big Mom?
I guess
No,
not.
it's not confirmed.
It's not confirmed, but that's we can imply. But who knows? Maybe he's not.
We can probably guess that his business is either with Big Mom or maybe he knows the location of Arlong.
I just feel like he has to be at the tea party, or he has to be with Big Man whenever the explosions go off, because he has to explain, what's going on, because they are from Fishman Island. So,
Dude, I don't think Jinbei ever knew about the bomb. Otherwise, he would have told the Straw Hats, I think.
yeah, but when he sees the box, he would recognize the box because like a treasure, But maybe not.
definitely-
Who knows?
I think
Oh,
if
yeah.
Jinbei's going to show up, he's going to show up at the Tea Party, only because if you look back at Dressrosa, Luffy, the crew split up. Luffy, he had Zoro with him, which is part of the monster trio. Sanji left. Law kind of filled that spot as like in the different Coliseum peoples as like a strong ally. Whereas we cut to now Whole Cake. It's blatantly obvious that Oda recognizes the fact that the curly brow pirates or whatever you call them, the curly hat, they weren't in it for like the whole arc. Those people are all with Luffy. They're gonna meet up with Sanji. Pedro joined as possibly like a strong ally, but they're gonna need if there's gonna be a fight. It might not be with Big Mom. I don't personally think it'll be with Big Mom. I think it'll be with the Vinsmokes, but he's gonna need strong allies, and I think that Jinbei just makes sense to show up.
I made a video
Yeah.
a long time ago about if you look at Big Man's Jolly Roger, you have Sanji's eyebrow, you have Nami's tangerine, you have Brooks cane, and you have cotton candy for Chopper. And the only other thing on there is Jinbei's little thing he has on the side of his head. So that's why I think that
foreshadowing by Oda. Like,
I really think it is because it looks
That's
just
next
like
level.
it.
That's next level.
So I do
I
think
wanna
Jinbei's gonna be
see-
part of it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Wait,
like I said,
Sasuke, okay, go ahead.
unless his unfinished business is with Arlong, it has to be Big Mom, because we haven't been told anything that he could possibly have unfinished business with otherwise.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we don't know what. Pretty
Wait,
much
I
Big
couldn't
Man's the
hear
only
you.
thing we know. We have affiliation. But yeah, Sasuke, what do you want to say, man?
Oh yeah, you said how like someone like pick someone that you want to be in like in the Tea Party, right?
Yeah, it's picked. Yeah, like a random.
I want to see like Dragon in the Tea Party. Is that a possibility?
That's never possible.
Well, that's the whole
Yeah.
point. That's the question. That's the whole point. Like, pick someone who like has no chance of showing up. That way, if they show
Yo,
up, you
no
call
chance?
it.
Sasuke doesn't read the manga, so he doesn't know that
Yeah, there's
Dragon
something
is
going on.
fighting Blackbeard.
Yeah.
Man,
I'm mind blown.
Rips Sasuke.
Literally, that's what I was thinking in my head, and my mind just got blown.
So wait,
You know,
aside from
Sasuke.
the ones we saw that were around Kaido, who are the rest of it? Because I know we'll probably see Bonnie. We're definitely gonna see Capone, but who are the other supernovas that we haven't seen yet?
Arug, we don't know what Arug did after
We saw him in that.
sort of meeting up with Kaido.
There was
Yeah,
a
it
crazy
was just like
theory.
a-
I don't know if you guys have heard it. I don't know who said this, but that he just took pain for the past 2 years and is like all storing it up. That's why he's like recovering. That'd be pretty
It
It would
interesting.
explain why he's giant also on top. I mean, I have to reread the chapter in the manga, but I
Yeah, but can he get like
that's,
buffer at will or something?
Yeah, like they were
that?
saying, like maybe he just stayed on Rajan Island and just took lightning bolts for 2 years or something.
because
like
he's
that.
like
Yeah, that could
huge.
have been like his training island,
Yeah.
like his
So-
form of a training island. Like that might have been
Well,
it.
there's a lot of people that think he might have had a fight with Enel because a lot of people think that he's from Burka.
Or Enel just simply destroyed his island. And I think he must have not been there, like if he survived.
Wait, didn't
something.
Bellamy said he went up there and like destroyed it?
No. He just brought down the pillar that they meant to give to Luffy.
Yeah.
But he didn't.
He was
Who
lying
knows?
to
We don't know yet if he.
Maybe Bellamy and Rogue fought.
No.
No.
Rogue
Rogue wasn't
was
up
never
there.
on.
Yeah.
He had the Birkin wing, so he was from Burka.
Yeah.
But the weird thing about Bellamy and Skypiea
Yeah,
is
what
that we
happened
see
to
Skypiea
Bellamy?
during the. You know how they have the cover stories after the time skip, which take place like
Yeah.
a day or two before like Punk Hazard and Dressrosa, and everything's fine. You have the Usopp theme park, so I don't think Bellamy did anything too crazy up there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Toilet brings up an interesting point that he said that like how there's the Kid Alliance and how they're roped in with Kaido and how Pooh might have betrayed them, but the thing is Oda has like specifically shown each of the supernovas, like the worst generation, what they're doing after Dressrosa. Then everyone's being roped in, so obviously Law's with Luffy. We know that Capone is with Big Mom. So the two that like you're saying, we're talking about Rouge and Bonnie, and you said that Bonnie is probably show up at the tea party. I think that the Bonnie. So what do you guys think about Bonnie being basically what I'm getting at, the daughter of Big Mom?
Possibility.
Because they have.
I'll take it a step further and say she's the daughter of Big Mom and Whitebeard.
Okay,
I think she has about as
Not
much.
gonna lie.
I think she has about as much possibility of being a daughter of Big Mom as Perona does.
Yo,
for
has
having
she
pink
done
hair.
anything relevant recently, or
No.
just eating the pizza?
The only thing
Because
Yeah.
you know how
Yeah, just a pizza.
you guys know how you guys know how people always make like these Kaido and how Kaido show up on Whole Cake Island theories and whatnot. Now that we kind of can see clearly that was Kid in the jail cell. What if
Really now.
what if he turns Kid over to Big Mom because Kid was fucking with her ships. Like, what if he comes to turn him over to her for like, and not like a sort of alliance, but for like just like okay, here, I know he's been fucking with you, so I give you something, you give me something.
Oh, that's actually a good point because they brought up the
Yeah.
fact that Kid attacked all of Big Mom's like when he first came into the New World or whatever, and that's how he got like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a
if
cool
you
way
wanna-
to join those two plot points together.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be an interesting way.
I just feel
of,
bad for Kid because
You
he's
know
supposed to be
who I-
like this super strong guy and he's getting like tossed around like
You
nothing.
know, I think tied with his Big Smoke family, and I want to know more about Killer.
Oh, Killer, yeah.
It's a possibility he's tied in with the Vince Smoke family.
Yeah, we were talking about this before before we started recording, and
Yeah, but Killer's like Kid's Zoro to Luffy, right?
No, Killer had a going crew. Basically, Kid,
No, Killer
Killer
doesn't have his own crew.
Oh,
Killer's
that's
under
right. Yeah, that's right,
Kid.
yeah.
Yeah, Killer is like sort of like the Zoro to Luffy. Yeah, I have a feeling that Kid would not also betray. I mean, I have a feeling that Killer. Obviously, we don't really know much about his character at all, but from the little we've seen, I don't think he would betray Kid.
Yeah. All we know is he got buffed over the 2 years.
Yeah.
Also, I think that you said that if Bonnie is the daughter of Big Mom, that she has the same chance as Perona. No, there's no way. Perona has no chance of being Big Mom. Bonnie.
well, the
for
thing
it. I'm
about
down
Bonnie
for
is
it.
there's several clues leading her to her.
Go look at the Big Mom silhouettes, and you'll notice that they all have the little like heart lip thing. Go look at Lola. She has the little heart lip thing, and isn't Bonnie's ship?
Yeah,
Every
that's what
scene,
I say.
like
The Bonnie
every
ship
scene, you see
has
Bonnie
the same
eating
properties, or
something. And they have like
is
yeah.
similar to Big Mam's ship. They have the whole candy thing going on.
If Kid
So we know they're in some way affiliated. We just don't know how. So.
But that could mean that maybe she's like the Bellamy to Doflamingo, where she was maybe inspired by her.
That could be it too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
There's
she was
also
on Big Mom's crew and broke
There's
away.
also the whole, if you want to take it to another level, a lot of people speculate about her age, which is something I try not to get in. I try not to get into that question because
never
it's
been
impossible to
Bonnie
answer.
at all.
The
So Bonnie
Tsunade
would
of the
be-
series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think Killer would have joined up with Kaido. Like I feel
No.
like he trusts his captain just as much. I mean, maybe he got squashed by Kaido. I won't say killed, like he got killed or anything. But maybe he just like got squashed or something,
Now,
and just like incapacitated maybe.
I want to see Killer
if
take
Killer,
off.
here's the weird part, right? If Killer is a Vince Smoke, right? Would you expect him to show up at the tea party with Sanji, right?
I mean, that could be another thing too. He shows up.
But so then how does that work with this whole Kaido thing going on right now?
I think
too?
the only thing I think the problem with the whole Killer thing is the only reason we have there's no actual evidence backing up that Killer is related to
other than blonde hair.
Other than they just have blonde hair.
Yeah.
I don't know,
He's known as the Massacre Soldier. I will say that though.
Yeah, I mean, okay, he kind of feels like an assassin, but I definitely think that Killer is locked up with. I think what's interesting is what Twilla's bringing up. We've gotten, I guess, away from the Tea Party a little bit, but that Apu might have been the one who was always working with Kaido, and he was like a double agent, and then that's why Kaido happened to try to commit suicide just randomly on that island.
But Apu's personality is not like that. Like when we first saw him, he was like silly. Like when he was against Kizaru, he was like trying to fight him.
Yeah.
I mean, but he's a supernova for some reason.
Also, based on what Kaido said, it sounds like the only reason he was up there was for his hobby of trying to commit suicide.
Yeah, I think it was pure luck that he just landed on that island.
That was really unlucky for the Lions.
Yeah.
But I want to bring up the topic about
I want to see Hawkins do great things.
If what toilet Shangy, but maybe Kid would join up with Luffy and Shangy to fight Kaido. No, if Kid changed Shangy, he would immediately try to fight him. But if Luffy was there, let's say Luffy, Shanks, and Kaido and all that going down. If Kid tried to fight Shanks, we all know Luffy would immediately try to fight Kid.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why I don't think Apu's betraying him per se, because somewhere down the road you're gonna need those three to even like put a dent into Shanks' crew.
The thing is, I definitely agree with Twillet though that Kid is teaming up with Luffy and Law, and I'm telling you, it was foreshadowed back on the
The
when they're all
when they fought
there's the
the
big, yeah, there's the big, and there's the big like,
fighting the Marines.
yeah, and they're all
Yep.
standing next to each other and they're bickering back and forth. And like, I
Yep.
think that Kid is the only one that like, I think Kid was like, Luffy's like, I'm gonna be king of the pirates, and Kid was like, no, I'm gonna be king of the pirates and stuff. I think that they're gonna team up at
Who do you think the strongest supernova is?
I have to go to
Uh,
Luffy. Well, unless you
yeah,
count
yeah,
Blackbeard.
we'll
Because
do
he's
the
saying
cop-out
Luffy.
answer.
Do you guys count Blackbeard as a supernova?
No.
He's just worse
I
generation.
count him as
Yeah.
a supernova, but I wouldn't say he's more Yonko now than he is supernova.
Either way,
So I wouldn't.
he's got to deal with the revolutionaries right
He's
now.
Well,
not gonna die. He's
Yeah.
not
Law
gonna
was a
die.
warlord, but he's still a supernova.
Shanks will not die like middle of the story. Shanks will
But
die
nah,
later
you know
on.
what? Here's another. Well, we were kind of running out of time here, but here's another interesting topic. This payback war though. That's
I want to see that. I wanna see
yeah,
that.
like what? Granted, it's not much really to talk about there because we pretty much know what happened. Marco
Yeah,
fought Blackbeard,
You got wrecked.
got
You took that
squashed.
out, man.
got squashed.
Ace, you're going full robot.
Kind of. Like
I want to
kinda
see it, dude.
says-
I want to
mean,
see that
even
payback
though-
war.
Even though we know, like, we've seen Burgers is pretty depressing. You got to say something about his crew strength, because they were capable of fighting off without many people behind them. They were capable of fighting off Whitebeard's old crew.
I'm gonna say this. I think something happened in that war that was unexpected, and that's what caused Marco to. I think Marco went in with a good plan. But I
And somebody
think
just turned on him.
either somebody turned on him or something just happened that they hadn't planned on. Because
like in every-
yeah,
In every situation we've seen with Blackbeard, he like acted.
exactly. There's
It's like
something
the upper
random
hand.
that just happens that saves him. So,
Definitely Vista.
could be Vista.
It
Yeah.
could be. It could. What might have happened? It could have just been like that. The crew was just like, what, we don't have a leader anymore. Why are you the leader? And then most of the crew members were just like, oh, we'll just convert over.
I think they
have
just
nothing to
straight
do.
up underestimated him. They probably just underestimated Blackbeard.
Squirt or whatever his name is, the spider guy,
Just betrays him
just
once
stabs
again.
Marco in the chest,
Yeah.
and they're like, dude, damn it.
I
not
think
again."
Ace
again.
underestimated Blackbeard, but when he
Yeah,
fought him,
probably.
he realized he was screwed.
He done goofed, yeah. The thing is, I don't think they were underestimated because they saw his power at Marineford,
Yeah.
So
Like once Ace saw
It's not like they were
Blackbeard's
going in
power,
blind
it
like
was
he
all-
is.
He may have had something even like.
that's
we
what I'm
didn't
saying.
really
Yeah,
see
there's something
Blackbeard go
unexpected,
all
like
out.
another power or something like that. Or maybe they
shit,
did
well,
just
that
get
brings
wrecked. Maybe they just underestimated him. So.
So that
Yeah.
brings up a really good point. Caesar Clown, we just completely forgot about Caesar Clown. He's like still with Sanji. I wonder what
Yeah.
role he'll play.
Dude, Caesar's been
Which
tossed
actually
around like a
really
beat a
makes me
lot.
want Buggy to show up at the tea party just so he can add Caesar to his crew.
Oh, dude, if Foxy's there and we get the trifecta of
Oh my
Caesar,
God,
Buggy,
Foxy!
and
Yeah.
Foxy.
Caesar, Foxy, and
Dude,
Why
I want to
would-
see
I
Foxy
can't
in the
think of
tea
a
party. I
single
completely
reason
forgot
why
about
Big
him.
Mom would
Dude,
have
can we
Foxy.
please get Foxy?
Oh
Maybe
my
he lost in the Davy back fight against
Foxy,
Big Mom,
Yonko,
and now they
confirmed.
belong to
Yep.
Big Mom's crew.
He's handing out pins at the tea party,
Oh.
like at the entrance. He's like, here guys, here's some pins. Don't forget
Oh
about
my
me.
god.
I feel
What,
like if
Mugiwara?
Foxy even
Luffy
tried to
tries to-
offer Big Mom a Davy back fight, Big Mom would just like bitch slap Foxy and be like, "No, now you work for me."
Actually, that's
Oh
a
my
perfect
God.
thing though. Like Caesar is like the perfect archetype of character to join up with Buggy. That's actually like as all joking aside.
No, yeah,
That would be
my friend likes the idea of Buggy having like this crew with like Foxy and Caesar and all these like
Yeah,
joke
because it's like all the
characters.
goofballs. That just,
Yeah.
they all start off like Mr. 3. He's like so cocky and like so proud of himself and back in Little Garden, and then he just gets wrecked by like Luffy, right? Same with Caesar. So honestly, it'd be like that. He's like the perfect character type to join.
And I
Buggy.
will say this: Caesar in the hands of Buggy's crew would actually be pretty potent, I think, because Caesar
Yeah.
he knows how to make some weapons. So
Yeah. Like, Buggy's good at rated explosives, so combine like his poison gas with Buggy's explosives.
yeah.
Got a bunch of poison bombs going everywhere all over the
Okay.
New World.
Then again, there's
Well-
people who think he'll join the crew, the Straw Hat crew. So who knows?
Nah, I think that he's too like evil for that. They'd have to like retcon his character in some
Yeah,
way that
but
like,
Oda does that
he
all
was
the time.
actually doing
so
good.
Oda
Like,
does that all the
I
time.
mean,
you
it wouldn't
thought
have to
you
be-
thought he was an evil guy. He was not an evil guy, actually.
I mean, it
Yeah,
wouldn't have to
Robin.
be retcon. It could just be like, I mean, I wouldn't say he joined the crew. I definitely would say that. I definitely say he'll be on the ship until they're done with Kaido, because he needs somewhere to hide. But
Yeah,
I
that's
other
true.
than that,
I
but-
think Peckham's has a much better chance of joining the crew than Caesar.
Oh, sorry guys, sorry to interrupt. I gotta
Yeah.
go. Thanks for this.
Yeah, so we'll just end it here, guys. So this is like a 40-minute
Yeah.
one.
Okay.
So yeah, just thanks
Just
to
cut
everyone
this
who made
part
it.
out then.
No, it's fine. We can just end it like this. So thanks again to everyone who made it out. If you guys want to participate in the next one, then join the Discord or if you want to or not. We're in here every day and we just play and talk about One Piece and stuff. So that's it, guys. Thanks all for watching. Until next time, peace.